Well, hello, my name is Dr. Nought, and this is Steve Jackson's Sorcery Part 4, and you might be here wondering, if you followed this playthrough at all, wait a minute, why are you back in the alley, and why is your stamina at 14? Well, my children, let me tell you a little story. I recorded a 30-minute episode where I went from Nagamante, where we ended up last time, all the way to the Archmage, had a whole dialogue with this dude, got thrown in jail, met Jan, then went back to the library, the Archmage's library, met a demon and got killed and brought back here, and I recorded only the audio and not the video. So what ended up happening, I think, so I'm using OBS and I have this on display capture, and I had up the PDF for the walkthrough on this computer too, and for whatever reason, my OBS did not capture the display on the monitor that I wanted, and instead it captured a blank one. I'm not sure. So we're back here. I'm a little annoyed. Now I have the PDF open on my laptop here, so I have two computers running, and we're going for it. I read through the entire walk through this area, and we're gonna go for essentially the end game here. So if anyone's interested, I guess I could share the audio. It's just a black screen for 30 minutes, so I don't think that's that interesting. And there are multiple endings to this game and stuff like that. We didn't get to the ending at all. We got close, but I didn't have the right order of operations here. So today I went through and I highlighted all the stuff that I want to do, and I think maybe we can get this done. So we have to. I'm not even going to talk to these guys. I'm just going to cast a spell. We did this last time, or 2 episodes ago, but I'm going to run through this. And I could cast either God, Kid, or Dim. I think it's God that I want. Rather, God that I can do. So tell them we've done well, and just walk past. I'm going to kind of fly through this because we did this in the last episode that you've seen. And I'm not going to read a whole lot until we get basically to the guard post where something different will happen. Not that guard post, the Birdmen guard post up here on the right. So let's just open the door. We have the key. It is locked. Oh, I thought we had the key. Okay, we'll just climb it. It's dark, which is not good, which means I'm going to lose stamina. We've already done this, so it should remember that we've already done this and there's nothing else to get over there. When we lose stamina, I'll drink some Blimberry juice, and we'll be fine. I need to keep 1 Blimberry juice, 1 potion. So I can show you actually too. What do we have here? So we got 5 doses of Blimberry, 2 measures of holy water. We'll keep that. We need those things, and a few. I'm hoping I have everything I need to get this done. So let's see if we can do it here, because I think there are 4 endings at least. And they range from, like, the best, if you will, to the worst. And I think we're on track to do the worst. But that's fine. Not a big deal. Alright, let's come up here. Alright, so you approach the iron door at the alley's end. The 2 birdmen guards stiffen at your approach, gripping their halberds more tightly. So we're just going to try walking past. You saunter by and reach for the door. The halberd snapped down into a cross, blocking the way. Now we have to be kind of rude. Get out of my way. The bird maid grips you by the arm. I don't like your tone. So we should say, let me pass. Your tone stops in the tracks. Why? Who are you? Get out of my way. I don't like your tone. I don't want to attack. So what we need to do is try to walk past them, choose a rude dialogue, then insult the bird maid. Okay, here we go. You call her all sorts of inventive names, and she grips her halberd all the tighter. Her fellow guard cracks a smile at your insults, and is soon in roars of laughter. I'm gonna gut you, she snarls, but the birdman grabs her arm. Don't, he says. He's amusing. Shut your beak, she snaps back. You're always trying to spoil my day, the birdman's face turns to a foul sneer. Not today. He lifts his talons to attack. You knock the birdman back, throwing him off balance. It is enough to allow the birdmaid to slash through his throat. But then she turns to face you. Look what you made me do, she growls. Okay, so now we have to be nice to her. So you must have hated him. He was a violent fool, she calls back, always quick to anger. then you have done Mampang a service. She nods. You and me both. Get on with you. She stands aside from the door. With the way clear, you head through the iron door and close it behind you. Alright, so over here, I'm going to go straight up through the Throbin doors if that's possible. I'm not sleeping here because we're just going to get killed or found. So I think we have enough. Hopefully we know the magic. So we have to do some specific magic spells on the Throbin doors. And hopefully... So I'm flying past through this too because we've done this before. But I'm hoping that we... Yeah, okay, so see, we died again, we had new clues. We have to go up here, and we can't back away. What I'm gonna actually do is drink one of our Blimberry juices to get our stamina back up a little bit. Let's go back up. Not that I necessarily need it, but we're just gonna do it. So, keep climbing. We've done this before. Ignore the guard. Continue. Alright. If we don't know the magic for this, I don't know what to do. Look at the doors. Alright. We've done this. Okay, so you return to the carved door. The door handle is emitting a slight red glow of heat. Someone has left a pack here by the door. So that's interesting because sometimes you may find a pack near the doors containing blueberry juice, holy water, and a potion of fire water. I'm not sure what makes this pack show up is what the guide says. Let's take these bottles. This is actually stuff that we could use. Okay. I thought we'd done this before, but whatever. So... Okay, so we're at a door, right? So let's do the first door here. So we should have... If we can spell dock, we should be good. I feel like... There we go. Can we do it? I'm worried that we don't actually have... like the items to do this, so we're gonna see. You cast the spell across your potion and it begins to glow and fizz. Put the potion on the door handle. The potion sizzles sharply as it slicks across the handle, but it does not boil away in moments as you might have expected. After a moment, it seems to cool. You grasp the door handle and turn, only to be stopped short. There is no trap, no explosion, but you have not opened the door. But the door is still not open. You have survived one of its traps, but surely there will be more. Okay, so next... Let's see if we can cast it. I'm worried. I'm worried. Not gonna lie. Okay, we got this. Cast. You craft the spell, but although you complete the spell, it seems to have no effect, and you do not float into the air as you expected. Sensitively, you reach out for the door handle, but sure enough, nothing happens. It is quite safe. You turn the door handle, now completely safe. The door opens, and quite suddenly the door shimmers and disappears from sight entirely. The passageway beyond is revealed. So, not quite safe. Did you see that? If you saw that little square there, that was where the chamber is that we had last time. So now this time we have to do TEL for teleport. See, it requires a skull cap. What if we didn't have this? That's what makes me worried. Reaching up to the stars, you create the magic, pulling on the cloth skull cap as you do so. A moment later, the door is visible once more. Now you can see it. Your hopes lift suddenly. The door to the sorcerer's spike of Mampang hangs a crack ajar. A good shove will open it, but you cannot help but feel there is still another trap to be overcome. There is a message on the door now that was not visible previously. Alright, so we have one more spell to cast. I hope we can do it. What if we can't? Oh my god. Please, please, please. Resurrect the dead. You take the vial of holy water from your pack and cast your spell. The water begins to shimmer and shine with an inner light. So we can do either one of these. Let's drink it, because that'll give us stamina. You drink the holy water, feeling it sizzle in your throat, then it is gone. Push the door open. You reach for the door to push, only to feel a crackling of energy as your fingers near the wood. You snatch your hand back quickly. There's no other way to know. You reach out for the wood and allow your fingers to connect with it. The effect is instant. A fire erupting from the wood and down into your arms. There you go. But a moment later, the sensation fades. Indeed, you feel refreshed as though your body had been destroyed and then built anew. Your maximum stamina has increased. You step without difficulty through the Throbin door and into the tower beyond. You have found 2 new clues, and another clue has been updated. Fine. The Inner Keep. So this is where things, I'm not quite sure where they happen, because in the walkthrough there are many things that you can choose to do. So we need to find one of 2 people. And last time I actually accidentally killed Jan, who's the 3rd person we could bring. So we have to bring either Elise or, what's the other person's name? Flanker. So I'm not sure where we run into these people, and we need to make sure that we do this before... before we get to the library. So let's see. So there's the cell. So we actually were thrown into the cell last time. As you can see, the door is open, and this is where we threw Jan, unfortunately. As you curve upwards, you come to a familiar heavy door. It is a cell in which you were imprisoned. A tiny iron grill is set at eye level with the hook directly opposite, no doubt to taunt prisoners with the sight of the key. But the hook is empty. The stairs continue upwards from here. Maybe we can find Jan. You peer in through the cell. Sure enough, there is the Minimite moving around in small circles. At least it is still alive. You put your lips to the grill and hiss, "Jan, it is me." "And who are you? Some tormentor?" comes the whispered reply. It is clear the creature has not even looked up. "I've come to get you out," you tell it firmly. "A tormentor," decides the creature, "just another nightmare." So... let's see if we can get Jan out. You take the key from your bag, slide it into the lock, and turn. The tumblers fall over and the door slides open. "Not a nightmare," you declare with a smile. Out of the darkness of the cell, Jan patters forward. The creature stares at you in disbelief. "Annalander? Is that really you?" You can only smile. "Come with me." The Minimite nods. "I told you you'd need me, didn't I tell you?" You pick up the Minimite and put it carefully into your money pouch. The stairs continue upwards. "Gloomy," remarks Jan, "but at least you know which way to go." Perfect. Okay, we got Jan. Yes. So now we can just go straight to the library. We don't have to worry about the other 2 people. The stairs reach a landing that curves around the tower. A colored glow spills across the stones from the large stained window. I don't think we need to actually cast anything else in terms of spells, because Jan does not allow us to cast spells. So you follow the corridor around the curve of the tower to where you previously entered the library. There is an archway here, but it contains a recessed stone wall, as if someone has bricked over a doorway. Curious. The Minimite giggles. "They really hate Minimites around here," he remarks before hopping over the wall. You step back and watch as the Minimite hops up to the wall and it shimmers immediately out of existence. What? The F. No, we need the... No! No! The Minimite better come back, because we need the Minimite. Oh no. You enter the library once more, but it is in a much better state than you last saw it. Bookshelves line the walls, and more books are stacked on a desk in the corner. You pull a book at random to check the title. 12 Methods of Summoning. Taking a few more, you see that every book concerns magic. You have found the Archmage's personal collection. We need to look around. We need to find a specific book. You've never seen so many books of magic in one place. The whole library is of spell books containing every variant, every minute detail of the art of spell casting. The Archmage's power must be truly vast. With access to so much knowledge, the library is dead silent and dusty. Clearly, no servants come here. This place is for the Archmage alone. You go over to the shelves and run your finger along the title. So we got Read the Perception of Perception, Artifacts of Teleportation, or Magical Prisons. And what we need is the Perception of Perception. You lift down the perception book and open it to find the contents are a single elaborate diagram. As your eye traces its lines and its outline, you find yourself becoming acutely aware of hidden meanings and references within the art. It is as though the book is teaching you how to see what is hidden. You continue to follow the diagram and become acutely aware of your own heartbeat. You follow the diagram onwards and start to notice the little hairs inside your nose. You continue to trace out the lines of the image and begin to hear faint creaks from the stones of the tower, leaning in the wind. You follow the diagram further and become aware of the sound of someone writing upstairs. You continue to follow the diagram and become aware of the rivers moving through the rock underneath the Citadel itself. You follow the diagram onwards and are starting to feel quite dizzy. How much should I read this? Okay, put the book back. When you look up from the book, you are startled to see you are looking at another door across the room, which you had not seen before. Oh, that door, Jan nods. Alright, we'll go that way. Yes! Jan is back. You have browsed enough books, there will be time to read later. There's nothing stopping us, you declare. Come on. You exit the library to the steps beyond. Here we go! You climb another winding set of stairs up to the next level of the tower. You are high now. The wind outside is roaring past, shivering the glass in the windows. Let's get this over with, Jan mutters. So, let me tell you what happened last time. We didn't have Jan with us. And we ran into Jan after the Archmage thing. So we actually were able to come down here. Oh, I can't show you. We actually found a place with allies. Some of the birdmen. And they flew us up to this window here. We broke through it, walked all the way up here, and went to the Archmage. We didn't have anyone with us, and that was an issue. We also didn't have the proper potion. We needed a potion. Potion of magical dissolution, which I don't think we have, but we have Jan, so we're okay. Let's see if I have it. No, I have potion of firewater, but I don't have potion of magical dissolution. So what we ended up doing is we went in there, we talked to the Archmage, and the Archmage spun a yarn so smartly that the Archmage basically convinced us, asking, say, like, are you sure you're on a mission, or are you just an assassin here to kill me? Because I think your king back in Analand has the crown. I don't have the crown here. This is what the Archmage was telling us. So we're basically saying, can you actually remember any time before when you started this mission that you're on? The 4-part mission that we've been on for 50-some episodes here. And we, as the character, and even me in real life, are like, actually, no, we can't remember anything. And they were like, you were just basically programmed to come over here and kill me. And I don't even have the crown. And instead what is happening is your king has the crown, and I am a threat, or so your king thinks. So therefore, he has sent you to come to me to kill me so that he does not have any competition whatsoever. And I am not even anything. And the Archmage looked, not really threatening. He's sitting at his desk writing, I assume this desk right here. And basically convinced us that we had been brainwashed. And me, as like the player in real life, I actually started believing it myself too. And then the Archmage is like, here, you're very tired, I'll give you a room to rest. And we ended up, I don't know, blacking out or just going to the room after basically losing our minds, and woke up in prison. So we know that the Archmage is kind of BSing us, and convincingly so. Actually, I think this is the window we broke last time. Okay. The corridor winds around the tower until it reaches a small wooden door. Another window casts a dim light across the floor. Once more, you are back at the door of the Archmage's garret. See, once more, because we've done this before. You can only hope you are better prepared this time. Nope, no praying. This is something we should not do. So let's just go. Then you reach out and try to handle the door. It turns. The door is not enchanted nor cursed. It is not even locked. Draw your sword, advises the Minimite coldly. You can cut that crown off his neck. Alright. Let's go. You enter the garret room. Behind the desk, the old man is sitting, but his expression is not as it was. His eyes are wide with fear. You are the Analander, he breathes. You finally come, after all this time. Bria saw the truth, and here you are. You feel the power of the crown, and then you feel it ebbing gently away under the Minimite's influence. Give me the crown. I cannot, the Archmage replies, shaking his head weakly. Not after all I've been through. Do you know how long I've been alive, waiting? I've had it in my hands for a month, no more, no less. You can't take it from me. He stares at you. Please. Jan clambers with some difficulty up onto the desk. struggling to balance without his wings. And the Archmage glares at him with clear hatred. Then I will take it from you. You reach across the desk and lift the crown from the head of Archmage. He cowers beneath your fingers. It seems impossible, but you are holding the object of your quest in your hands, the object you reach for in your dreams in the outpost settlement. Please, the Archmage repeats. Don't hurt me. I'm a scholar. You are evil. The Archmage shakes his head. What choice did I have? Your kings have starved my people, cut off our supplies, forced us to bring wagons from the east. You destroyed Tinpang, Kariyama, and the Baklands. The crown cannot be trusted with you. It can only be safe here. Jan turns his head to you. Your words mean nothing to me. You hiss back. I have walked the whole old world to reach you and seen nothing but the darkness spreading out from Mampang. You are its cause. Your grip on the crown tightens. You gave me no choice, wheezes the Archmage. You forced me to do what I have done. Open the gates, let your people leave, you tell the Archmage, or else I will free them. The Archmage holds your stare and then, a moment later, shakes his head. Oh, they will leave. I have an army ready to march. His voice is as icy as a drowned man's brow. I will indeed open the doors. They will march for me, crown or no crown. Just kill him. You draw your sword, then, and finish him in a stroke. You don't waste time, do you? The Midnight remarks, shuddering slightly. I don't want to wear it. Am I going to turn into the Archmage? Can I smash the crown, or let's leave? Your work here is done. You cross the room, not heading for the door, but for the window. What are you doing? Jan demands. Have no fear? You assure your friend as you swing yourself out onto the window ledge. You begin to scale the last few inches to the roof of the turret. Okay. The wind atop the turret is intense. It tries to rip you from the tiles as though under the command of the dead Archmage. Jan shivers, gripping onto your shoulder with embedded claws. Don't drop that thing, he grumbles. Down below you see the armies of the Archmage mustering in the city square. You look down at the army below. From here it seems small, untrained and ill-equipped. A motley band from the tiny Citadel, ill-prepared for the long march west. Without the power of the crown, power to make a soldier of every woman and man along the road, they cannot hope to succeed. They must surely falter and fade away. You lift the crown and wave it high in the air, hoping to catch the sunlight. Nothing happens. I hope you've got a plan for getting down from here, the Minimite remarks. You ignore the Minimite and look down at the crown in your hands. Now, with the Archmage defeated and the crown recovered, the magnitude of what you have done is beginning to sink in. All because of this crown. This ancient, worn thing. It is a relic from another age. It seems impossible to believe such a tiny pebble could cause such ripples in the world. It is as though the crown is asking you to leave it behind. You quickly stuff it in your pack. Just then you look up, attention taken by a keening sound coming from the west. Ah, here it comes, you murmur. Jan looks at you curiously, ears pricked. The sound is accompanied by the sound of wings. I don't see anything, he peering over the battlement. I hear it, but I don't see it. Are you there? You call out. There is a great screeching, but no reply. But then again, the Goldcrest Eagles of Analan can turn their feathers to make themselves invisible, and yet they cannot speak. Let's just jump! There's nothing for it but to jump. You stand and step from the turret edge, Jan clinging to your arm. And yeah. You fall too far, past where any eagle might have flown. What? You tumble, the great walls of the tower flashing past, the mountains rising up to meet you. Then there's a sudden rush of air above you. Claws catch your shoulders. Rescued, squeals Jan, and it seems he is right. You have been caught. The great bird has you and will not let you fall. You are lifted slowly into the air. Yeah. You are flying. The eagle soars up into the air. To Analand, you cry, and the creature caws out in agreement. Finally, after so long, you are on your way home with the crown of kings intact. Oh, no way. Really? The journey to Analand is dizzyingly fast. The eagles fly high and do not stop. You clutch onto your pack, the weight of the crown inside seeming to be nothing. You fly past the wastes of the Baklands and the smoldering ruins of Kari. Smoke still rises from its squares and blackened fields, coming into view of the Shamutanti Hills once more. So tell me, the Minimite demands, why didn't the eagle simply fly you into Mampang? It was too dangerous for an eagle. Surely the risk of sending one man alone is greater than a few eagles carrying people on their backs. The eagles were needed to defend Analand, you answer. But weren't they waiting near Mampang to pluck you out of the sky? I'm telling you, there's some other reason. But before you can argue back, the creature below you banks sharply, and conversation is lost as you turn in the air. Why, what now? That's Kari, so we're going back. You pass through the peaks and over the Liaki Pass. From here, the wall that defends Analand and the other kingdoms from the Shamutanti Hills seems like a sketched line on an inked map, easy to step over, but it is growing larger and thicker with every moment. Alright, there's Dumpus. You follow the course of a river that curves through the Mediki forest. Jan grins at you, enjoying the open air. Oh, yeah, so we found out that Jan's wings have been clipped in the last episode too. I'm sorry about your wings, you call to him. Perhaps you should not have followed me. I see where this is going, Jan replies with a laugh. Do you want to get rid of me after everything I've done for you? We make a good team. That we do, he laughs. So long as you don't want to cast any magic ever again. Then the eagles begin to glide lower. The eagles are skimming the elven village where you were once tied up. For the first time, you begin to feel nervous. What if the Archmage was right? What if the crown is too powerful to entrust to Analand's king? Ooh, the Kantopani Gate. Man, this is so long ago that we've been here. Finally, the great bird settles to earth in the long grass beside the Kantopani Gate, or Kantopani Road, just in sight of the Shamutanti wall. God, these names. This is home, is it? Jan asks. It seems nice. He hops off your arm and begins scrabbling away. Let's go? There are only a few steps remaining on your long journey. You take them. Then, from the corner of your eye, you catch movement. An old man, a beggar, is skulking through nearby bushes. Alright. You stride over to the beggar. Where are you going now? Jan demands. That's the wrong way. The old man leaps out to meet you halfway. Back again, he giggles. Forever and over and again. You are cursed, Analander, and I am free. With that, he lopes away into the long grass, laughing and jumping until he is out of sight. Loony old men, Jan observes. Always a plus. I have met that man before, you say almost to yourself, though he was not so old then. And where was that? Jen asks, clearly not very interested. In a lost garden, you reply. Sounds awful, the creature replies. Tugs at your arm. Let's go. The gates of home are within sight, but the beggar is right. You have not died today, but someday you will die, and then the stars will drag you back to Mampang once more, to do it all again, and so on, never ending, unless you can break the curse of Throbin. Suddenly the gates of Analand seem terribly far away, and yet terribly tempting. Wait, what? So we're cursed by Throbin, so therefore we have to do this over and over again? Is that what you're telling me? Whatever. Then you shake the terrible thought away. Today is for celebration. Curses can come to roost tomorrow. You shake off the beggar's dire words. This is your moment, and Throbin will not spoil it. You make your way to the Shamutanti Gate. I think it's called the Kantopani Gate, but whatever. As you approach the gates, you feel the cheerful laughter of Effie in your mind. You have been lucky, she exclaims. Most fortunate. You pause beside the enormous sealed gates. Cupping your hands to your mouth, you cry out, "The Analander returns!" Sergeant appears at the top of the wall, one you do not recognize. You hold out the crown, but the sergeant just looks at it blankly. She does not know if for what it is. Analander? Is that really you? It is, you nod. And a great cry goes up across all the sentry positions, an outpouring of joy and relief. Jan elbows you. They like you. The gates are thrown wide. You walk through the wall into your home. There it is. You are hoisted aloft and carried all the way along the northern passage, Jan clinging to your shoulder. You have saved the old world from the Archmage and restored the ancient order of things. The king and the thanks of 5 kingdoms await. Stories will be sung of the Analander, who walked the old world and returned alive. The effects of your journey will be felt from Analand to the Zanzunus. Soon every village and every town will know your name. And when the Baklands and Kari are rebuilt, it will be in your honor. The Archmage is dead. His people will rise up and be free. But you yourself still suffer Throbin's curse. One day you will die and return to the Citadel of Sorcerers, doomed to enact it all again. Perhaps next time you will find a way to save yourself. There it is, Steve Jackson's Sorcery. We finally got through it. Wow. And I had to have the walkthrough to help because you had to have certain conditions met, and I was just not finding them for some reason. What do we have here? Alright, so your 25-day journey is complete, covering all 4 parts of the Sorcery adventure. You return to the Crown of Kings to Analand with Jan. Along the way, you killed the Archmage, were cursed to eternal death by Throbin, and destroyed Kari, Kariyama, and Tinpang. Whoops. You finish with 18 maximum stamina, 21 gold pieces, 2 of 5 hidden spells, and 9 deaths sustained. You follow Effie, Goddess of Fortune. Alright, let's save to the cloud, I guess. Yeah, that's what we had before. So I don't know if anyone else can use this or not, but you never know. If you want to, feel free. And let's let the credits roll. So, this game. It's a cool game. If you want to defeat it, it requires a lot of specific things to happen. So it's kind of hard in that respect. And it kills you and makes you do things over, especially in that last part. We spent, I mean, what is this episode, 26 or 27? I've lost count. Of just part 4. So 25 days in game days. And it's still, I think overall we're almost approaching, this will be almost episode 60 total for all 4 parts. And there were, I think, a few of the parts, especially, I feel like part 2 I kind of rushed through and there was easily a lot more we could do. When I let Kariyama burn, it was mostly because I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like going through everything all the time, everywhere we go, talking to every single person. So, I give it an above average rating because the story is vast. The story is awesome. It seemed a little, the deaths seemed to get a little cheap near the end. So they're the 4 books. But the deaths seem to get a little cheap in the end, where we just like walk into a room and then we can't get out of it, we just die, and then I have to start back at the checkpoint. So that's really what started aggravating me. I liked everything up until then, but near the end it was just like, you need to have one of 3 characters with you or a specific potion, and if you don't, you will auto die. It doesn't matter. That's it. So yeah, all in all, pretty good. I'd give it maybe like a 6 or 7 out of 10, just above average, if 5 out of 10 is average. And I'd rate parts 1, 2, and 3 actually higher than part 4. Part 4 was just a little difficult to deal with, but cool. I like it overall. Pretty sweet. We got a recording of the end, which is what I wanted, and we finally get the end credits here. So yes. So I was kind of bummed that I didn't get the other encounter with the Archmage, but I feel like explaining it, what happened, saved everyone about 30 minutes of watching. And no synthesizers. Cool. I don't know what that's about, but hey, there you go. So, thank you for watching this. And I hope to see you in another different Let's Play series. So, until then, take care, be safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you then. Take care. Goodbye.